Good morning, students. I hope you all are safe and good. For grade 7 in history, today we are going to discuss the remaining part in chapter 5, rulers and buildings. In this chapter today, we are going to discuss the points of garden, tombs, and forts, and about region and empire. Under the Mughals, architecture became more complex. Babur, Humayun, Akbar, Jahangir, and especially Shah Jahan were personally interested in the literature, art, and the architecture. Babur, in his autobiography, he inscripted and described the planning and laying out of garden with the artificial canal, and he divided that into 4 quarters. That was called as Charbagh, right? Beginning with Akbar, and these Charbagh and this garden layout were mostly important architecture in Akbar's period. Beginning with Akbar, some of the most beautiful Charbaghs were constructed by Jahangir, Shah Jahan in Kashmir, Agra, and Delhi. Several important architectural innovations during Akbar's reign. The central towering dome and tall gateway vistas became important aspect in the Mughal architecture, but it was first visible in Humayun's tomb. Then Shah Jahan he constructed a ceremonial hall for the public and the private audience with the element of Mughal architecture were fused together in a grand harmonious synthesis. This ceremonial hall was carefully planned, and it was also called as 40-pillared hall, where the Shah Jahan's throne is there, no? The pedestal on which his throne was placed was frequently described as Qibla. We all know Qibla means what? The direction faced by the Muslims at prayer. Since the idea of the king as a representative of the god on earth was suggested by the architectural feature. And the connection between royal justice and the imperial court, it was first constructed and emphasized in Shah Jahan's period in newly constructed court in the Red Fort at Delhi. And about Taj Mahal. Shah Jahan's capital was at Agra, a city where the nobility had constructed home on the bank of the river Yamuna. Agra is the capital of Shah Jahan, where the nobility, that means the rich people, they started building the home at the bank of the river Yamuna. So he constructed the Taj Mahal. He adopted the riverfront by placing garden, the Charbagh, facing the south direction. This was an important and beautiful feature accomplished by Shah Jahan in Taj Mahal. Next about region and empire. In this, the construction activity increased between the 8th and 18th century. There was considerable by sharing of ideas across the region. The sharing of ideas between one region to other region in the construction purpose. But also they adopted the tradition of one region by the another region. For example, in Vijayanagar, the elephant's temple, it was adopted and the idea was shared by the sultanates of Bijapur and Golconda, where they built the mosque. It has the architectural feature, the architectural style of Vijayanagar elephant's temple. And Virandavan, near Madura temple, it has the same architectural style of the Mughal palaces in Fatehpur Sikri. It is the capital of Akbar. The Fatehpur Sikri is the capital of Akbar, where we can see the impact of architectural style of Gujarat and Malwa. This is about the region and the empire. And in the 18th century, the architectural style development was so important, were constantly used and adapted by the other rulers. So this tried and this made the establishment of their own kingdom all over the region. Right, children? This is about rulers and buildings. Thank you and have a great day.